The first game week of the new season came to an end with wins for Liverpool and Man City on Sunday, after Manchester United got us underway with a 2-1 win over Leicester on Friday. Mohamed Salah, Raheem Sterling and Paul Pogba were all amongst the goals, but how did the FPLtips team get on in Gameweek 1? Ben Foster started things off strong between the sticks, with a clean sheet in Watford's 2-0 win, but he didn't have much work to do. Their opponents, Brighton, were the only Premier League side unable to produce a shot on target in Gameweek 1. Manchester United kept at Leicester right up until the 92nd minute, when Jamie Vardy's consolation goal saw Eric Bailly lose the clean sheet, but the other two defenders certainly made up for it. Andy Robertson provided the assist for Liverpool's opening goal in their 4-0 thrashing of West Ham, while Benjamin Mendy was directly involved in both of his team's goals against Arsenal. The Man City left-back played in a very advanced position for most of the game, taking 2 efforts at goal, one of which hit the target, and his 15 points makes him the highest scoring defender this week. There were returns for 3 out of the 4 midfielders, with a punt on Lucas Moura the only choice not to work out on the opening weekend. The Spurs midfielder started the game alongside Kane, Ali and Eriksen, but had a relatively quiet afternoon, mustering up just the 1 effort at goal. Liverpool duo Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah were amongst the points. No player took more than Salah's 3 shots on target in Gameweek 1, while only Callum Wilson attempted more than Mane's 4 efforts from inside the box. And what a debut it was for Richarlison, who provided both Everton goals during their draw with Wolves, after being reunited with manager Marco Silva, who he enjoyed a lot of success with last season at Watford. It was a quiet week for the forwards, with 8 of the 10 most expensive options failing to return points on the opening weekend. Wilfried Zaha's goal came after a yellow card and a missed big chance, which resulted in no bonus points for the Crystal Palace forward. One of the primary reasons for opting for Josh King ahead of Callum Wilson was because the Norwegian was believed to be on penalty duties. He'd taken his last 2 Bournemouth penalties while Wilson was on the field. But during the 2-0 win over Cardiff, it was Wilson who drew the foul to earn the penalty, and subsequently stepped up to take and miss from the spot. Wilson was also the much more lively in open play, taking a tally of 6 goal attempts, more than any other player in Gameweek 1, compared to King's single shot at goal. Sergio Agero had the chance to get amongst the points against Arsenal, when he found himself one-on-one with the goalkeeper, with De Bruyne available to his left for an easy tap-in. In the end, the Argentine went for goal himself, and forced a save from Petr Cech. It wasn't the most lively of games from Agüero, but he did manage to get a total of 3 efforts at goal, while also producing 2 attempted assists. And in that Man City side, the chances are always going to come as long as he keeps his starting place. The biggest casualty of the game week was leaving Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the bench for his 12-point return against Fulham, where he secured a clean sheet, an assist and 3 bonus points. So commiserations to anyone in the same position, and congratulations to the managers who were brave enough to feature the Crystal Palace right-back in their starting 11. But all in all, a score of 91 points is a very strong start to the new season, well ahead of the 53-point average. And there were some even bigger scores amongst the FPLtip League entrants, with Mustafa Muhammad sitting in first place, 10th overall in the official FPL game, for his incredible game week score of 131 points. His points came from double-digit returns from all of his defenders, goals for every one of his midfielders, and clean sheets on the bench from Foster, Wan-Bissaka and Tomkins, with the bench boost chip in play to take full advantage. So very well played to Mustafa. And amazingly, the FPLtips Mini League is currently the 3rd best in the game. So huge thanks to all the fantastic managers that have joined, and let's keep up the good work going into Game Week 2.